Torah, Yireh Shamayim, Ben Adam L'Chaveru, to leave a lasting impression on every Talmud they learn by us. Once they become a member of this yeshiva, they become part of the Bais family, and that's forever.
It's an environment of learning, of happiness.
Action and people who are looking to grow.
Yeshiva's alive. It's
a very real place.
Someone comes to this manager, you're like, wow.
There's a certain flavor, a certain sensitivity.
All of them are into it. They come every day with a fire.
You have all the ingredients for a successful year.
I don't think people realize what Bais is about and how good it actually is until they come here.
Pumping, the voice of the Bais is insane. Chazering the shit, harving and learning, asking on each other.
Well, you're screaming and learning is enthralling.
I heard of a Rebbe that came from another yeshiva. He came to Bais and he was like, how come no one knows about this?
There's a real path. You could see it. If you follow the yeshiva's guidelines and you buy into the yeshiva, you come out the ultimate bacher.
A dedicated Rebbeim.
I always feel like I can approach my Rebbe about anything, any time of day.
The Rebbeim have 100% devotion to the Talmidim.
It's like a father to son. It should be no different than Rebbe to a Talmud.
Rebbeim here are the Rebbeim that you're building kesher for life.
You have a Rebbeim where you imagine giving an Adam Gadol, who I could connect to and learn from.
You could have a strong kesher with not only one Rebbe, but many Rebbeim.
Some Rebbeim are teaching him Pshat, how to make a diak, Kashbin, Lomdus, expanding a person's ideas and Avonos, Hakamara.
Besides for the actual learning, Rebbe's there to talk about anything in life.
It's a real kesher. It's a kesher shel kayama.
They'll sit down right away, make the time for you, listen to you, and help you out.
Come over to you, ask you how you're doing.
There's always a good morning, there's always a how are you.
To be able to have a Rebbe of someone who's so great yet so down to earth.
We have a huge advantage in yeshiva that a bunch of the Rebbeim, they live in the local area. So on a regular day or a regular Shabbos, you could just walk to their house and visit them. You get to see that what they say is real in their own houses.
We try to get together in an informal way, outside of the walls of the yeshiva. We make a kesh together, we get to know each other better.
In his house, he saw Rebbe, acting like a regular father too.
Guys loosen up, we talk about things more openly with the guys, because it's not a drasha, it's Torah Mayetzim El Lev.
I always tell the Bachrim, there's no one in this world that loves you as much as your parents. So always remember that. We try to just develop what they're already given.
Like a tree. A tree grows when you give it space, give it warmth, give it water, take care of it.
Greatness of the yeshiva is it encourages people to do it their way, but they become the best of themselves.
And a nice mix between seriousness for Torah and Bais Hashem, and they also still retain their personality.
We allow the bacher to develop himself.
In his own way, in his own pace, at his own level, with the Rebbeim that he chooses.
Yeshivas Yisroel cultivates independence.
Ben Adam L'Chaveru in Bais is outstanding.
There's a certain camaraderie between every year in Bais, no matter how old you are, first year, fourth year, there's always a certain connection you have.
The most normal, down-to-earth, friendly.
There's no cliques.
There's no stops.
No social barriers.
No one's being judged. You can just sit down, whatever background you have.
Even though they're different back home in high school, they still fit into different crews here. Everyone found a place here.
The guys here are like family, brothers.
Older Bachram learn with younger Bachram.
Help them grow and you grow with them, and we both grow together, we become great.
If you're down, we'll bring you up. If someone else is up, push them higher.
You learn Navi sometimes, you learn Gemara sometimes, but like sometimes you just like schmooze and you could really like relate to them and talk to them.
You need to be a healthy person, both physically, psychologically, and spiritually.
A healthy body means you could have a healthy neshama.
Everyone's got to get things out.
Just before we start Winter's Man, the yeshiva has an incredible tool up north.
To show the Bachrim the amazing sights of Eretz Yisrael and its beauty.
In a way that complements and tries to give the guys energy and fuel and excitement, but in a way that doesn't scare the Siddharim.
Bais gives you the perfect amount that you need to then go back to the Bais manager and steig in.
It doesn't take away from the feeling of being in a strong yeshiva.
Shabbatonim that they organize for us, for really everybody to come together and really get to know and get to bond. Shabbos of just really everybody enjoying being around each other and the Rebbeim in the yeshiva.
It's more than what we need.
Smaller trips that they do throughout the year.
Bonfires.
Kumsitz, barbecue.
Thursday night events. Different guest speakers in yeshiva.
Beautiful heart that tries to go into everything, trying to make the experience as good as possible for the guys.
He needs good gashmi. He needs good food.
Food in Bais is unbelievable.
The food is excellent.
Unbelievable food.
Salad bar, different dinners every single night.
Iced coffee machine.
Guys are excited to go to meals.
There's tons of portions. People come back for seconds.
And triple sometimes.
And I seriously mean that because I gained like 10 pounds already. And it's been 3 months.
He needs to do exercise.
Yeshiva gives the guys almost every day a full court basketball gym.
Brand new gym, fully equipped, modern, full court.
Great guys at ball here, great sportsmanship.
The gym is fantastic.
A healthy mind and a healthy body.
The workout gym that guys work out at night in between Starim at lunch.
Weights, anything you need.
Gym in the base medrash building, cardio workouts, they have treadmills.
Bacher in Yeshiva who gives an insanity class.
Yeah, the We Fight program, Bein Hazmanim, can be hard sometimes to keep up what they gain from Yeshiva. We want them to relax. We want them also to stay focused. They take on 3 Kabbalahs in different areas. If they do 70% of their Kabbalahs, then they get invited to a nice big garden of Malka, big prizes, fancy food. Boys have said it's very, very successful and help them a lot.
There needs to be that balance with things that happen outside of the yeshiva, which Bais does a fantastic job of providing.
He needs a good bag.
Our dorms are incredible.
They're clean and they're kept clean.
Spacious and it's roomy.
A sense of privacy.
Guys have good chills there too. We have a good time together.
After a teal or coming back from out Shabbos, like I'm back at home.
Base is located in Neve Yaakov, Yerushalayim.
The Torah community. They have a certain kedusha in the neighborhood, a certain Torah.
It's a very growth-oriented community.
It's an unbelievable location. It's far enough that you're not in the central area, but still, if you need to go out, there's buses every like 20 minutes.
Close enough that you could get where you need to when you need to.
The definition of a Ben Torah is that he's a Ben Torah in everything he does.
Every VOD and every shir you go to, you always feel like you're getting something out of it.
That they don't only talk about Gemara.
What a person will face, not only in yeshiva, but outside yeshiva.
What kind of balance they should have.
Different hashkafa or halacha, or musar.
Learning Mishnah Berurah, Chumash Rashi.
Developing themselves, working their trades.
Baruch Tzadikim, Sister Shar.
Derech Hashem, Ramachal.
Tefillah, Amunah, learning.
The Rosh Yeshiva is always learning different Sfarim with different groups of guys.
I Kaplan's Parsha VOD. I look forward to that every week. It just blew my mind every time.
Rabbi Levon comes with cakes and with soda and chips and snacks for the guys.
The Bachar will want to come, then they want to stay because the VOD is Geshmak.
It's a chilled atmosphere.
Try to cover all different aspects of life.
They don't feel forced into it.
They come out of Yeshiva being able to answer why to everything he does.
During certain Vadim, I walked out with a different perspective on even just one minor part of my day.
Don't affect you, then you're not listening.
You want to know why 90% of the people learning Bein Starim and Rav Asher are base guys? Because they were mechunach to do the right thing. They were mechunach to do it because they want to do it, not because of every other reason.
People coming out of Bais Yisroel are very well prepared.
Rav Nosson Tzvi, he always said that the Bachar coming from Bais doesn't need a fire because we know his foundation is good.
Success in almost any situation starts from the top.
Yeshiva as a yeshiva only because he wants to develop Talmidim.
And you look in the front of the Beis Medrash and you see the Rosh Yeshiva ligging and learning.
I don't know of another place that has such a Rosh Yeshiva that sits in a Beis Medrash like this.
Rav Shach would stand up for the Rosh Yeshiva.
Yes, the first time I walked into the yeshiva as well was something that was very inspiring for me to see.
The job of a good Rebbe is the Torah, the Yerushalayim, the Midas Tov, the Hashkafa that he plants into a Bacher today should be taken with the Bacher wherever he goes, wherever he is for the rest of his life.
Seeing the boys grow into B'nai Torah, to be Chashav Balabatim, what more can one appreciate?
They're in the working force, and they bring in a parnasa, but they have kiviyas of learning. They have a kiviyas early in the morning, and they have a kiviyas at night.
We don't discourage people going to college. Of course, it's the timing. You have to be ready.
He can work, he can go into learning, he can be a doctor, he can be a lawyer, but you have to be a Ben Torah.
Balabas can be a Chashav Balabas.
That doesn't make a difference what you're doing in life.
Whether you're learning, whether you're in business, what does the Rebbeinu Shalom want from me now?
Sometimes I would tell them to say that, I work a whole day, I'm totally exhausted, but I'm not going to give up in that Seder after when I come back from work.
Some of that's Kaveh.
It continues even past the years of the yeshiva.
Person gets into learning, gets a geshmak of learning. Torah transforms a person.
A all-around balanced person.
Certainly contributing members of the community.
The Talmidim are asking me kashas and stumping me, and I got to think a little bit harder. That's my nachas.
Once you come to yeshiva like Bais Yisroel, it's impossible to walk out the same person.
The person always has to be thinking, is the person who I'm becoming the person I want to be?
Built on all its components, both in staff and in content, what you are learning. You have iyun, you have bekiyas, you have halacha, you have musar, you have vadim with mashgichim, you have a lot of things. It's a very well-balanced diet. And someone who takes it seriously, and many, many do, really grow. It's a place of growth.
Base is a place where the me inside of you can come out.
The atmosphere in yeshiva is incredible.
It's a geshmak learning.
The momentum here is everyone's tagging.
Making a difference to the lives of people.
The amount of growth and inspiration that's pumping in this place, it just energizes you to want to grow and to be a better person.
This is top stuff.
A brilliant ability to give over what they're trying to teach.
And to give them the ideals of being a Yid, what it means.
As long as you have a want, there's a way.
Many of the Bachrim from Bais will tell you that they got their foundations not only in learning, but they got their foundations in life from this yeshiva.
Very happy, warm place.
Bachrim who have a drive to grow and Rebbeim who have a drive to get the Bachrim there.
To give the guys the tools to maximize the individuality.
What draws people to Bais is that it's so alive. It's so happening at all times.
He'll truly walk out much richer than he was when he first walked in.
And Bais is a true continuation of the Yeshiva experience in the year 2020.
Take advantage because you're going to be in a wonderful place.
Bais is one, unreal,
underrated,
unforgettable,
positivity,
clarity.
It's a real yeshiva.
Introspective,
growth,
achdus,
effective,
upbeat,
good show,
steiging,
home,
family,
opportunity,
personality,
alive.
Bais is the place.
Whenever the yeshiva has anything, our families are included. You don't need any formal invitation. I'm just letting you know to remind you. So I'm reminding you, you're part of the family. Come, join us.